This video is about the death of the penny. You'll have to forgive my appearance. I was out doing a million things around the house, and it's a cold November morning up here in the mountains. It's been raining. So forgive me if I look like I've escaped the jungles of Nam. I've come inside for a cup of coffee and to shoot this video. Anyway, as I'm sure you've heard, we're no longer minting pennies. The reason being is that the value of the metal that it is stamped on exceeds that of the penny. Now, this brings me back to the Roman Empire. There are a lot of parallels between the United States and the Roman Empire, and when the founding fathers were looking for a blueprint to create this country, they used ancient Greece and Rome as their template. Now, we are basically Rome 2.0. I could make an entire video on this, but we have bread and circuses, we have gladiatorial battles, we're kind of decadent. I mean, I can be here all day talking about that. But I'm going to stick to the monetary's perspective of the two. So the Roman coin, the denarius, hence the word denaro, which derived from Latin, was 95% silver, and it was used as the world's global currency at the time. It was traded throughout the empire, it was traded abroad. It was a trusted and respected currency, much like the dollar of the day. Now, as the Roman Empire underwent some tumultuous changes, foreign wars, plague, the bill still had to be paid. There was legions, projects, social services. So to make ends meet, what they would do is they would debase the value of the coin and its metallurgy content. So what was once a 95% silver coin became partly silver, then became silver washed, no longer basically being the same coin that it was any longer. Now, the US penny underwent the same thing. Up until 1982, the US penny was 95% copper. After 1982, it was 2.5% copper. Now, in 1971, we switched from the gold standard, and we have lost 85% of our purchasing power from the dollar since that time frame. Sounds kind of similar, right? When the Romans lost faith in their government, they hoarded gold, and they bought property. Now, today, gold is at a record high. Good luck buying a house, and the price of property is through the roof. So basically, the end of the penny is kind of emblematic of where our economy could be going. Maybe there's a whole new digital economy that's coming around the corner, and I'm not smart enough to know all about that. But the fact that the penny is no longer being minted because the metal is worth more than the penny, that's symbolic. That is straight out of the Roman Empire. As the coins became worth less and less, things became more and more expensive. So if you had, your $100 in the savings right now and didn't do anything with it, that $100 is going to be worth 50. It becomes worth less and less. Anyway, I just had to make a video on this because I thought it was important to kind of address the similarities between the Roman Empire and the current United States government and our financial system. If you have any pennies that are pre-1982, save them. They're cool. I mean, it'll be a nice collector's edition. If you melt it down, which I'm not saying you can, but according to how bad it's gotten with the price of copper, one melted penny in its copper weight is worth 3 cents versus the 1 cent that it would be minted on. Of course, don't melt down the pennies. I'm just being facetious. However, keep them. Keep them. Find some copper pennies, and good luck, because what's going on today has happened before. And it's happened before to our predecessors, and we'll see where this goes. So, as of right now, rest in peace, Abraham Lincoln penny, especially the copper one. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, and if you find those pennies, keep them for the future.